have some new products that we're going to be trying out today. These are a new makeup release from Singe Beauty, the independently owned makeup brand from Angelica Nyqvist. So if you want to see a review of this, as well as my first impressions, then definitely hit that subscribe button and let's get into this video. Singe Beauty just released lip liners, 9 in total. I did order 3 because they have an option to be able to build your own bundle on their website for $32, and you get to pick 3 lip liners. And today we're going to be swatching these. I'm going to put one on my lips and we're going to see how it looks. And then I also did a swatch video of the new Singe Beauty Paisley Hoot eyeshadow palette, and I will leave that linked for you guys in the description box and also in the eye, so you guys can go check out a full swatch video and how I describe each shade in the Paisley Hoot palette. So we're going to do an eyeshadow look today. But first I want to do lip swatches. I actually want to play with lip liner. If you guys are new to my channel, I've actually been the type of person who really hasn't been into lips, but as of late, I actually have lip combinations and I have a whole bunch of things that I love playing with, and I need to play with these today. So that's what we're going to be doing first. We're going to be playing with all of the lip liners that I got. I have 3 in total. They're all kind of like brown lip liners from Singe Beauty. This is what they look like. They have the beautiful Singe Beauty logo on them, and I got the shades Ambitious Ash, Witty Walnut, and Optimistic Oak. And these are all kind of like brown shades. So I'm going to swatch these for you on camera on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to determine which one I want to use on my lips today. So the first one is Ambitious. This is Ambitious Ash, and this was an ashy, cool toned brown shade. And when you actually look at the swatch, it is like a medium cool tone brown. Super, super pretty. I am a sucker for cool tone everything because I have a cool undertone. Next I have Optimistic Oak, and this one I believe is just a little bit darker than Ambitious Ash, but it is also still a little bit cool toned, and it is like, I would say this is a medium brown as well. And the last one I have is Witty Walnut. This is a super dark shade, and Witty Walnut is cool toned, but it's also like super, super dark. So it's definitely cool toned. Optimistic Oak I feel like is more neutral, and Witty Walnut has a little bit of that like cool tone in it as well. I think the one I'm going to use today though is going to be Ambitious Ash, which is that cool toned middle brown shade right here. I think that's going to fit my vibe for today. Making sure this is Ambitious Ash. No, this is Optimistic Oak. So I'm going to put on Optimistic Oak. So it's like super green. Very pink. Honestly, this shade. This shade reminds me of like a 90s grunge. Optimistic Oak. That's what it reminds me of. But it's really, actually it's pretty, especially on my lips. It's not drying at all. Like the formula is not drying. It's actually pretty moisturizing. Really creamy. Now you can wear it on its own. You can just use it to line the lips. You can fill it in, or you can wear it with a gloss. So I'm going to put a gloss with it. I have Chapter. This is from Ofra with Samantha Marcher collaboration. This one is kind of like a mauve cool tone. So I'm just going to pair these 2 together. That's really pretty. Samantha and Angie, did you guys know that when you made Optimistic Oak and Chapter that you were making like this really pretty lip combination? I need to know. Optimistic Oak and Chapter. That's really pretty. Now we're going to dive into Paisley Hoot. I'm going to prep my lids with the Singe Beauty Eye Base Primer. This is in the shade Ignite, so it's just like a basic neutral, and it really helps with like creasing and blending, and it's such a great eye primer. All right, now we're going to dive into Paisley Hoot. This is the 70s inspired spicy themed eyeshadow palette. Angie actually coins it as like a neutral with a twist, which I definitely have to agree. It is a neutral with a twist. It retails for $45 and it is on the Singe Beauty website right now. And I also have her other 2 eyeshadow palettes, and I've loved those ones so far. I think they're great. I think this one is special because It's a neutral with a twist, and Angie, like, she is more of a colorful makeup lover, and she even said herself that she made a neutral with a twist palette, and I was actually really excited when I heard about this palette. Now, again, I do have a full swatch video on my channel so you guys can see like the undertones, how it looks on my skin with natural light. Right now we're under studio lighting, so it's going to look a little bit different, but you guys can see a full swatch video with that. I want to play with this eyeshadow palette, and we're just going to create something. Honestly, to me, this reminds me of like what the leaves look like when they start to change. Like some of them turn brown, some of them turn yellow. There's still a little bit of green in the air, and there's also some beautiful purples, and there's some beautiful reds, and like just so much like vibrant, warm tones in the fall season. And it's honestly my favorite season, but that's literally what this eyeshadow palette reminds me of. So I actually am thinking like this is a really beautiful eyeshadow palette for fall. I'm going to use as many Singe Beauty brushes as I can. I do have the full set and I have the expansion set. So I'm going to take this one. It is the EO3, and I'm going to create a crease, but I kind of want to go in with this shade because when I had actually swatched it, it looked a little bit gray on my skin tone, and I definitely think if you have a warmer skin tone, it'll pull a little bit more. It might pull even like a different shade as well, but on my skin, when I swatched it, it looked like super gray toned, and I was like, oh, that's actually kind of fun. So I want to put this in my lid. I want to put this in my crease. That is like really pigmented. I can't like, that's actually like super pigmented. And I like the way it is almost like a taupey brown on my eyes, but it's not taupe. Like even when I did the swatches, I said it was a little bit taupe looking, but it also has a little bit of that green undertone as well. And that's super pretty. Honestly, you could go so basic with this eyeshadow palette. You could honestly just like throw one of these shimmers on top and be done. And like that's the look for you. But I want to add some dimension because this makeup look has to last me. We're going to dinner tonight. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of this shade right here. And this is Paisley. This is that like very, very deep matte olive green shade. And this one on me also looked very, very, it actually looked super cool toned on me when I swatched it. So I want to see how it's going to look on my eye. That's really pretty. Really depending on how, like, what undertones you have in your skin, these shades are going to pull so different on each individual person. But even for somebody who has cool undertones, even for somebody who has cool undertones, I wanted to see how something that looks more warm leaning would look on my face. Now, this palette was not sent to me in PR. I actually purchased it myself. I'm going to set that brush aside for a minute because I do like the way it's building up. I really want to use that matte white shade. I think it's beautiful. I think I am going to use that one, but I'm kind of debating on, I think I want to use this shade right here on my lid because it is a duochrome. This is the Groovy shade. It's actually like a multi-chrome. Ironic that it matches my Cleona nail polish. That is really pretty because when it's on the green, it's picking up green. But then when it's on the part of my lid that doesn't have that like green underneath, it's picking up orangish, yellowish gold. That's so pretty. Like this is fall on my eyes. That is really, it's like super simple. I used 3 shades, 3, but I'm actually going to take a pencil brush. We're going to use the matte white shade. The E11 is the Singe Beauty like pencil brush. And I'm going to put this on the inner corner first. I think this is really going to like brighten the inner corner nicely. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I'm going to clean this brush off because I have an idea. I am going to take this shade right here. It is called Rattan, and it is, Rattan is like furniture. I'm going to use this on my lower lash. Oh man, she pigmented. Wow. I have the EO4 from Singe. This is actually one of my favorite brushes to use for the lower lash line, and it's clean, so we're just gonna blend all of this. I'm also gonna clean off the E11 because I still have an idea. I'm gonna take this shade, Groovy, and I'm gonna put this in the middle, right here. I'm gonna go back in with the EO3 and I'm just gonna tap into that white shade and we're gonna highlight right here. Just like so slightly. That's actually like really pretty. This is fall in an eyeshadow look. I'm gonna put on some mascara and then I will be right back to give you guys my first impression thoughts on the Paisley Hoot palette. Now that I've swatched it, now that I've played with it a little bit, yeah. Could this very well be the perfect eyeshadow palette for fall? I think so. I think that this could be labeled the perfect eyeshadow palette for fall because it is cool toned and it is warm toned. It is like neutral with a twist. It has so many beautiful shades in here. And look at this very simple eyeshadow look that I got just with like a few shades. And it's so pigmented. It's so blendable. Like that green shade blended out so easily on my lid. And I have a lot of problems with green shades blending out on my lids. And that one was absolutely stunning. So I think that this could be the eyeshadow palette for fall. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this eyeshadow look? Leave me your comments down below. If you guys want to see more content like this, if you guys want to see 3 looks, 1 palette with the Paisley Hoot, leave me a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe, and I hope I get to see you in my next video. Bye!